There are 3 phrases that will put the fear of God in an avoidant's heart. And you should definitely be aware of these 3 phrases if you're dating or in a relationship with an avoidant. They sound completely harmless to a lot of people, but for someone with this attachment style, they instantly trigger their deepest fears and make them shut down and pull away. Hi, I'm Jess. I've helped over 5,000 people find love, and I coach people one-on-one to heal their attachment style so they can feel secure and stop sabotaging relationships. If you're ready for that transformation, sign up via the link in the description box. So, communication is everything when it comes to building a lasting connection, particularly with an avoidant. The words you choose can either make them feel safe and open up, or push them away into retreat mode. One single phrase can carry far more weight than you might realize. And knowing which ones build trust and which ones trigger them is essential if you want the relationship to grow instead of break down. And one thing I do want to say about this is it's not about perfection. I never want to encourage perfectionism with these things. I'm here to help you avoid the big pitfalls and focus on the things that make a real difference. I don't want to encourage you to obsess over every tiny detail. So if you come away from a conversation and you're like, yeah, that was good enough, that's amazing, well done you. And if you're not there yet, even if you do one thing a little bit better, you should be proud of yourself because these things take time to get right. So let's get started. Here are the 3 phrases that will push an avoidant away. Number 1, we need to talk. This one is like ringing a fire alarm in their head. When they hear those words, an avoidant is hearing danger, danger, danger. They're not thinking, oh, maybe this person wants to work some things out. It will put them straight into defense mode and they will likely become flooded, even just hearing those words before a conversation has begun. And flooded is a physiological response where someone's heart rate spikes, clear thinking shuts down, and their body shifts into fight or flight freeze mode. For obvious reasons, it's not in anyone's best interest to have a conversation when someone is in this state. You won't get clear, honest answers. You'll likely get stonewalling, and they might just say anything, something, just to get out of the situation. And why this phrase triggers avoidance so much is it's associated with several of their deeper fears. First up, this phrase is by nature related to expectations, which they associate with pressure and feeling trapped. The moment they hear that phrase, their brain goes, oh my God, they want something from me. What am I about to get cornered into? It feels like they're about to lose their freedom or become trapped in something that they can't handle. Second, there's that fear of criticism and not being good enough. They might panic that it's about something that they've done wrong or something they've been doing wrong consistently. To an avoidant, we need to talk often sounds like, you've messed up and I'm about to tell you all the ways that you've done that. That's painful for them. Or they might think that you're going to ask for something from them and they're already scared that they won't be able to give you what you want. This is even more scary when they like you because, in some ways they do want to meet your expectations. Third, there's conflict. The words we need to talk feels like there's a storm coming. They're bracing for big emotions, maybe tears, anger, and to an avoidant, this feels very overwhelming. They're already looking for an exit before the conversation has even begun. So a couple of phrases you could say instead are, can we chat when you've got a minute? It's nothing big. And I mean, if it's big, you obviously don't want to lie, but that's a good one for smaller things. Or, hey, there's something that I would love to get your thoughts on later. This is a good one too, because you're talking about getting their thoughts rather than indicating you're going to offload everything onto them. And a quick heads up, if you're anxiously attached, this is for you. If you've ever felt like you're giving it your all in love, but somehow you keep sabotaging your relationships without meaning to, I've got something that can help. I've put together a guide that breaks down the 3 biggest mistakes anxiously attached people make that push love away, and exactly how to break those cycles so you can finally build the secure relationship you've always wanted. And I'm giving it away for free for a limited time. And honestly, if you're anxiously attached, you can't afford to miss this, because these are the exact mistakes I've seen firsthand destroy relationships over and over again, and the steps to turn it around. I've helped over 5,000 people find love through So Synced. My work has been featured in Forbes, Cosmopolitan, the New York Times, and many more. So yeah, the link is in the description box, so grab your copy while it's still available. Number 2, if you really cared, you'd want to spend more time with me. This one does not land well with avoidance at all. On the surface, it might sound like you're simply expressing a need, letting them know what love means to you. But to them, it can feel loaded. It can rub them the wrong way. First, it makes them feel unseen. It ignores the ways that they might already be showing love in their own way. They can think that you expect them to be just like you. And for someone who's avoidant, that's seen as just not understanding who they are as a person, which is actually quite a big deal for them. Second, it can feel like you're saying there's something wrong with them at their core. And this hits deep. It's painful for avoidance. It's like you're saying that there's something fundamentally wrong with them if that's how they show love. For anyone, that can be upsetting, but it hits even harder for avoidance because they do tend to have these deep fears around not being enough. And third, it can come across as manipulative, even if you don't mean it that way. Avoidants are often quite repelled by anything that feels like emotional manipulation or a guilt trip. So instead of pulling them closer and encouraging them to spend more time with you, this phrase will often push them even further away. And you can, by all means, ask to spend more time together. In fact, if it's an issue for you, you should. But it's better to phrase it in a way that invites them in rather than makes them feel judged. You could say, I know you're going through a busy period, but could we spend one evening a week together? Or, I love our slow mornings together. Can we plan one this weekend? Number 3, you never open up. What's wrong with you? This one is so painful for avoidance. It's a real gut punch. Usually this one is said when someone is frustrated or hurt. It's when they've kind of reached a breaking point. Say they've been making a real effort to create a space where the avoidant will open up and it's just not working. And this one can be hard to come back from. And it can also show up in ways like, well, my friends' partners do X, Y, Z for them. Why don't you? Instead of hearing curiosity or realizing it has come from a place of frustration, the avoidant will hear brutal judgment. It makes them feel broken and defective, like there's something fundamentally wrong with who they are. And when someone feels that exposed and shamed, their instinct isn't to open up more, it's to shut down completely or pull even further away. So it will have the opposite effect of how it's intended. So what can you say instead? First, we need to understand what's at the core of this phrase. I mean, it depends on the situation and the individual, but the person saying it is probably looking for closeness, validation, or security. They're probably not feeling safe and seen, and they're reaching for those things in the only way they know how in that moment, likely in a triggered state themselves. They want the avoidant to open up so they can feel reassured, connected, and more secure. You could say, I know it's not easy for you to open up, and these things do come with time, but I would love to feel a bit more connected. Is there anything I could do that would make it easier for you to share? No need to answer right now. This is a great way to phrase it, if I say so myself. You're showing that you understand that vulnerability doesn't come easily for them, and you're not doing it in an intense way. The next part is the golden key. By saying, and these things do come with time, you're essentially saying to them, you're not fundamentally flawed. Opening up is just something that takes time, and it's okay if you're not there yet. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. And saying, is there anything I could do that would make it easier for you to share? That's powerful, because instead of making them feel flawed for not opening up, you're showing that you're willing to be part of the solution. You don't put it all on them to fix, because they probably won't really know what to do, to be honest. And they won't just, be able to magically open up more. And this is a phrase that invites collaboration, and it frames it as you working as a team together to achieve an outcome. Most avoidants really won't feel good if you go to them and say, hey, there's this problem that is all about emotions and intimacy. Now it's on you to fix it. Yes, they are solution-oriented people, but when it's related to emotions, it's a completely different story, and they usually won't know what to do. Equally, it's not about you taking on all the responsibility either. It will likely have to be a joint effort from both of you. And yes, because of this, they might not know how to answer on the spot, which is why adding the no need to answer right now helps. If they don't know, they don't know. It's much better for both of you to give them time to think and then come back and talk about it, maybe in a few days, say, with something that's genuine. And also, just by asking, you're signaling that it's important to you in a non-threatening way. And with all of these phrases, delivery really matters too. Your tone, your body language, even the timing can make a huge difference. If you sound calm and relaxed, avoidants are far less likely to feel cornered. If you drop it when they're already stressed or distracted, even very gentle phrasing can land in not the best way. So yeah, it's not just the words, it's how and when you say them. And you can heal your attachment style. I coach people one-on-one to do exactly that, so they can feel secure and stop sabotaging relationships. If you're ready for that transformation, sign up via the link in the description box. Thanks for watching.